I stand here today disappointed because countless women like me fall into this 21st century trap of career break and are struggling to come out, continue to pay the penalty. I'm hopeful too. Hopeful because change is happening. But with 9 million Indian women and 96 worldwide, are we doing enough? I don't think we have even begun to address the problem. So today, I want to tell you my story. I'm standing here as a proof that break does not define you. What you have done before, what you do during the break, and what you do after, that does. I started my first career, my professional journey, from the Supreme Court of India 48 years ago, in 1976. I was so young, so ambitious. And when I stood before the magnificent Supreme Court of India building, I told myself, one day I will become one of the best advocates that this country has produced. But life had some other plans. I got married, relocated, and came to this city of Jamshedpur. Practice was out of question. No corporate would give me a job. Frequent transfers of my husband did not allow me to take routes anywhere. So I spent my second career happily settled, so I thought, in domestic life and, of course, beautiful motherhood. But I was not happy. Just the thought that I loved my profession, but I can't go back. So whatever came my way, I took that. But learned valuable lessons along the way. So I taught in a kindergarten, and what did I learn? I learned that little children also need and deserve respect. I worked in a travel agency, and I learned crisis management. I sold costume jewelry, and I learned how to do business. All this would come to help later in my work life. So this was my third career. But then when I sat down with myself, why I am so restless inside, I realized that I was in love with law, and I'm still in love with law. I loved my profession, and I wanted to go back. What has never interested me? Why has always interested me? Why has been the driving force in my life? So I started asking questions to myself. Why I can't go back? Why? Why nobody is giving me opportunity? And my dreams, my music started dying inside me, and I was watching helplessly. But then something unexpected happened. In 1988, Mr. Rusi Modi, the then CEO of Tata Steel, addressed the wives of the executives in one of the conferences. And he gave us a long lecture of how to keep our men happy. And when it was time to ask questions, my hand went up first. I don't know from where I got the courage. Maybe the long years of frustration gave me that powerful courage. I challenged him. I said, sir, you have given us a long lecture of how to keep our men happy, but please tell me, if I am not happy, how do I keep my man happy? I have lost out on my profession just because I got married to a man who works for you. Why, sir? And that question led to an opportunity, an interview, an appointment letter, and 25 years long legal career with Tata Steel. I returned to the profession. I was lucky that I got the opportunity, but the comeback was not easy. It was a rocky ride. My domain knowledge was big zero. I had forgotten everything. LAW of law. All I had was just the enthusiasm and commitment to myself that I will do it. I would go to office and sit there looking blankly at my colleagues when they would discuss legal cases. I couldn't understand anything. And there was no AI, no Google to help me at that time. Just a pile of books and loads of files and sleepless nights. My husband would tutor me in business environment after children would go to bed. Brick by brick, I built my domain base. But how do I connect the pieces? Slowly I learned that. And the first case that I argued and I won got appreciated by the judges, and including the opposite counsel. And it got reported in the legal journal. I couldn't believe myself. But that became my fixed deposit from where I could draw the confidence whenever I felt low. But something was still missing. From a very young age, I had that feeling that I have a calling to work in women empowerment area. But I lacked direction. What? What do I have to do? I didn't know. And then in 2010, my eureka moment came. I went to attend a conference of senior women leaders, and there they were discussing about the inner barriers that women face, which stops them from advancing in their careers. Wow. That was the moment that my heart leaped and I found my calling. Now I knew this is the area that I have to work. So armed with that knowledge, I came back. I deepened my learnings. I did a lot of research. I made myself aware of my own weaknesses and worked with them. And my career started advancing. And when I saw that the experiment is succeeding, I wanted to try it on my women colleagues. So I founded Jusco Women at Work, and along with my other senior women colleagues, we started preparing the younger women for leadership roles. It was a very satisfying journey. Again, the experiment worked. But then I would look out of my office window and I would think, I'm like a bird in a cage. I want to fly out. I want to touch more lives. This became too small for me. So I set a goal that I'll start an organization. I was 4 years away from my retirement, and 4 years later, when I retired on 31st March 2014, I got my ticket to freedom. I flew out. And second day, I launched Full Circle. That's the organization now I run, which works women empowerment, gender sensitization, women leadership, and prevention of sexual harassment. A lot of work has happened in the last 11 years. I have done more than 370 workshops across the country. And a lot of feedback has come that mindsets have changed. And so many women have progressed. So then my passion, my calling, and my work all came together. Recognitions came. National awards came my way. But my biggest award has been the women who have made a comeback, and they say we were inspired by your story. I've just taken a few here. Sneh, Rakhi, Namita, and Pranita. They had taken a long break and were struggling to come back, but not making any headway, although they were in senior positions. And so quickly they rose that one of them has become the head of the department, HR, and the other took 3 leadership roles in 3 different areas. And now she's doing a vertical farming. 2 women I talked about, they have started an organization to bring more women back. So I think what we need to do is we need to trust the process. We need to keep moving. And finally, all the dots will connect, like they did for me. These are the people in my life who helped me to shape me what I am today. My father, who 48 years ago tested me and identified that law would be my calling. How right he was. And he gave me the taste of independence in those days to go to Delhi and stay as a paying guest. My husband, he has been an undemanding, unfailing support to me in whatever I have done. And this lady that you see in the middle, she is at the age of 82, addressing more than 100 judges in Allahabad and teaching them the skills of conciliation and mediation in family disputes. In last 5 years of her life, she got a certificate from the government of saving 1,000 families from breaking. She is my mother. She is my role model. When people ask me at the age of 71, you are still working? I say, I have a long way to go. See my role model. 82, and 1 week before she passed away, she was working. She taught me how to face the fear, how never to quit, and how to keep persevering. And today, I see a leader in every one of you, everyone outside in this whole wide world. Everybody has to give something out. Bring it out. Just bring it out and go forward. Go forward, aim high, you might surprise yourself. So, my life has come full circle today. Sometimes I wonder why God gave me such a long break and then I fail. Maybe He wanted to see me both sides of fence, one of motherhood, a fulfilling motherhood because I spent 12 years with my children, and the other side, such a fulfilling work life. And maybe, just maybe, that is the future of work life, because in our race to run forward, are we not forgetting our children somewhere? We have to take care of them. But one more realization that I have got. In my arrogance, I had thought I will change the world, but I realized I'm too small a person. It's not my job. It's God's job. He has the bigger plan. We are just tiny specks. And whatever He tells us, it is our duty, as Bhagavad Gita teaches us, to just do our work, enjoy our work, and do not think of what is going to happen tomorrow. Your successes and failures do not define you. Your drive does. So keep God by your side, always, and keep working. And my request and my urge to everyone here is, as parents, as teachers, are you doing enough to bring out that passion in the children and allowing them and supporting them to go towards a fulfilling life? As society, are we changing our conditioning? Only woman's job is to bring up children? No, women have come out to work. We have to make an inclusive environment where both work. Way back in '96, my spiritual master once asked me, is there any difference between a man and a woman at the soul level? He brought me face to face with my own gender bias. My entire work changed from that day. My sympathy for women have turned into empathy for both genders. Both have to come together, and they have to work together, and they have to respect each other so that we can eliminate gender discrimination from this world. My prayer to my Lord is, please forgive me if I have faltered anywhere. And I wish all of you to find fulfilling lives. Thank you so much.